Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the Superstars of Wrestling review series for the 17th, I do believe, of November 1990. Superstars of Wrestling review, and we are fast approaching. I've only got 3 or 4 more here that will take us into 1991, but we are days away from the Survivor Series. The Big Boss Man in an enhancement match here. Uh, Going to be a member of Hulk Hogan's team in a matter of a couple of weeks, but he is being flanked by the entire Heenan family. In this case, Haku, Bobby Heenan, the Barbarian, and anyone else that will listen. Boss Man with a few quick shots takes the opponent down in quick order, kick and a sidewalk slam. Boss Man grabs the nightstick. Why he does this as a babyface, I still am unclear. We go to update with Gene Okerlund. We are shown the assault, for lack of a better term, by Demolition on the benefit of the LOD, and it is clear that Mr. Fuji is behind this. That kind of plays its way out over the next couple of weeks, but the eventual payoff between now and the end of the year is that Mr. Fuji is back with Demolition, at least in the short term. Speaking of short term, an enhancement talent match for Slick's newest charge, the Warlord. Warlord with a gut wrench suplex, and the team that will face the Warlord, Rick Martel, Empowering Glory, the Visionaries, against the Vipers of Jake Roberts, the Rockers, and Superfly Snuka. That's hyped during this match. We are, like I said, days away from the Survivor Series. Big power slam by the Warlord, and we are a few months away, probably around January or so, from the both members of the match in the Warlord versus British Bulldog kind of having a battle of the power slams. Sean Mooney in the event center still plugging things. The promise that Demolition, all 3 members, still active here and will be through the Survivor Series. Promising to get rid of the benefit of the Legion of Doom. Tugboat managing to promise to get rid of, in this case, Dino Bravo. Earthquake and Tom King is an enhancement match up next, and obviously Earthquake going to be on the team alongside Barbarian, Bravo, and Haku to face Hogan's team of the Boss Man, Duggan, Hogan, and one other member who escapes me at the moment. But anyway, Earthquake actually hits a standing drop kick on this poor unsuspecting enhancement talent and a power slam and an elbow drop. Earthquake in rare form here before hitting the horizontal splash, and not good to be in the hands of the Earthquake here. Dino Bravo and Jimmy Hart were his second, so not like the enhancement talent was going to get very far even if he wanted to run away. This Thursday night, as we are reminded, is the Survivor Series. Brother Love reminds us of this fact too. The Warriors teammates, all promising. I mean, if you think about it, the LOD, Animal Hawk, the Warrior, and Kerry Von Erich. Von Erich, the only one of this quartet not wearing face paint. Warrior promises to get rid of Mr. Perfect and Demolition. I think the Warrior would promise to get rid of anybody and anything. And basically, they threaten indirectly to perform their finishes on Brother Love. Brother Love backs off and is kind of reasonably chastised and somewhat scared. Still to come, we've got the Hart Foundation and Rhythm and Blues, still part of the 2 week sweeps, or maybe they're actually trying with Superstars for a minute. Anyway, returning Jake Roberts, who is wearing, I believe, an eye patch on his way into the ring, and does for a little bit longer. Yeah, he is wearing an eye patch, and he goes against Tom Stone. So he has some trouble making his way around, stumbles past Stone. Stone can obviously run away from him because he's only got one eye, does Jake Roberts, and Roberts is aggravated by this. Is able to get him for a short clothesline, not so able to get him completely finished, and we then see Roberts gets distracted when he can't hold on to the guy. Shawn Michaels comes out to try and calm Jake down. Jake takes out Damien the Snake and tries to get things going back his way, but his eye is messed up. Going into the Survivor Series, Hogan basically does an event center promo talking about eventually fighting the Earthquake again when they're back at the Garden. Talks about the last few months being a big deal, promising to bring Hulkamania into the 90s and beyond, through the 90s actually, is what he said. Odd that years later, a couple of years later, he'd be gone from the company, but that's not when he's hyping December 6th of 1990. Still several good years, couple good years anyway, with the Hogan WWF Alliance. The three members of Demolition and Mr. Perfect promised to get rid of the Warriors. Sergeant Slaughter basically implies that he has a group of mercenaries able to handle the Bushwhackers, Nikolai Volkov, and Tito Santana, which they're almost right about. In any event, the Hulkamaniacs and the Natural Disasters are your, I guess, semi-main event for the Survivor Series, and we kind of go through that. They cut a promo promising to get things going. Mean Gene really pushes the Ultimate Survivors match. The winners from everything else will eventually go into a finals match of the night. Rhythm and Blues come out with their guitar and threaten to crack the egg open. I don't think that would have been good for business. Anyway, the Hearts and Rhythm and Blues are a match here, so kind of a blow off there. By the end of the year, Honky Tonk Man tries commentary for a couple of weeks. It doesn't work out very well, but he tries it anyway. And, you know, Jim Neidhart goes to work on and works over the arm of the Honky Tonk Man. Greg Valentine makes his way in and distracts Neidhart long enough to get an advantage for his team. Knee to the back of Neidhart when Neidhart has Honky up in a powerful position. I will honestly say, for the majority of the first few minutes of the match, the heels are in control. Bret Hart turns the tide. Not a big surprise there. Hart with a back elbow among a knee drop. All four guys in the ring for a little bit. And this time, Ted DiBiase, defending the members of the rest of his team, makes their way out. And the match is stopped for that reason. Hogan and Earthquake is plugged for December the 6th. And at the Boston Garden, we're moving back towards that. No contest in the tag match, by the way. Return of the Brother Love show to the Boston Garden. Jake Roberts to be Brother Love's guest, upcoming, and that is that. They're calling it a night of mega matches on December 8th. I keep calling it the 6th, but Tugboat and Dino Bravo on tap for that night. Rockers and Demolition. At that point, two members of Demolition. The Brother Love show of the model Rick Martel is talked about, but Jake Roberts mentions it's him, so that's kind of interesting. Big Boss Man and the Barbarian. And Hulk Hogan and the Earthquake is your main event for that particular show. And so we'll be back with more right after this.